Hi everybody, it's Johnny. Welcome back to Dr. Says. So today I have a little bit of a tutorial for you. Have you ever noticed when you have Bath & Body Works candles that there's always a little bit of wax left over? So maybe probably from any brand, but I buy so many Bath & Body Works candles that I end up always having this little layer of wax at the bottom. What do? Well, most people just throw it away. What could we do with it instead? So today I'm going to show you how you can actually melt that down, put those together, and have a brand new candle from your leftover candles. I know, it sounds crazy, right? Why would you do that? I don't know. Maybe you don't want to be wasteful. Maybe you want to start a little project. Maybe you want to see how easy it is to make a candle. And it's pretty easy. So today I'm going to go over with you step by step the quick steps on how to do it and the materials needed. So let's get started. So we all know when we're burning our candles and they get down and they snuff out, there's that little bit of wax that's left at the very bottom. Most people just toss it. But what can we do instead? Well, we can make a beautiful candle. Here's one that I made from just leftover candles. I used some stick wax, some stick wicks instead of the regular string ones, and it burns beautifully. It's like a brand new candle made from just leftover pieces from past candles. Let me show you how to do it. It's super easy. So when the candle burns down and there's just a little bit left, just like this, you're going to toss it in the freezer. That's all you're going to do. You're just going to freeze it to get it nice and hard so that the wax can pop out really easy. The more you do, the more candles you can make. Okay, let's go over the steps. Step 1, get some candles. At Candle Day sales, at any of the sales Bath & Body Works has, you don't have to use Bath & Body Works candles. You can use any candles. So as you're burning your candles, all you have to do is when they get down to the bottom, just keep them. Instead of tossing them in the trash, take them and place them in the freezer. As they're freezing, they're going to get loose from the sides. It just makes the wax super easy to get out. So first step number 1 is freeze your candles. Okay, let me show you how easy it is to get the wax out once you've frozen them. So the whole reason to freeze them is to just get them loose. So once you get them out, they've been freezing for about a day, you just simply turn them over, tap them, and voila, the wax usually comes right out. You might have to tap a little bit harder, but it's pretty easy. Step number 2 is just collect the jars. You probably need at least 5 of this size candles with the little bit of wax that's left at the bottom. You might be able to do it with less. You definitely could make more candles the more you have. So but the first time I made candles, I collected probably 15, and that got me 3 or 4 candles, maybe 5. So you can get quite a few full-size candles from those little bit of leftovers. Step number 3, take the leftovers and you're going to melt them into an old pot, and want to make sure that you keep the same scent families together. I don't think you have to worry about them being the same scent, but they need to be in the same scent family. So what that means, obviously, is you want to keep your tropicals and your fruits together. You might want to keep your gourmands together if you have those. You might want to keep your cologne scents together. I don't know if you want to put a gourmand and a cologne scent and melt those together. You probably could, and it might even be really great. I've noticed that it really doesn't matter the scents as much, so there's just not enough of that to really, change the candle. Overall, it kind of all blends together. Step number 4, you're going to get your wicks. You can get them off Amazon. You can get them off any kind of shop. You can buy them from Walmart, and they cost a few dollars. You can do either the wicks, the string wicks that come in most of these candles, or you can do the stick type of wicks. So it's up to you. It's your preference. You can try each. You're going to place them in. You're going to place the wax in, the melted wax, and you're going to let it firm and then light it. That's simply how easy it is. Okay, so here's the materials that you need. First material that you need is a pot. You need an old pot. Just grab one that you're not using anymore and that you definitely don't want to use again, because you're not going to want to put food in this after you melt wax in it. Obviously, you could clean it. I wouldn't. I would just toss it if I didn't want to use it anymore. So I would get an old one. Number 2, you need a stove to melt the wax, or you need a wax burner, a wax melter, something to melt the wax. Material 3, you need wicks or the stick wicks to place in with the little placers at the bottom. You need a strainer. I would just use an old strainer. Don't buy anything new. And you probably have an old strainer around. You're not going to want to reuse this for food, obviously. And you just need jars. You can use your old candle jars that you saved from the candles that you emptied out the wax, or if you want to get different ones, that's up to you. And that's it. You need, obviously you need the wax from those candles, from 5 or 6 candles to make your one candle. Optional is essential oils or some fragrance like perfumes that you may like. I find that you can just add these to kind of boost your candle, to give it new life, to give that scent profile a nice little boost. So you kind of want to match your scent with, you know, you want to spray a coconut scent on a coconut candle wax mount, that would make sense. So those are optional, but those are the basic things that you need. Once you remove your frozen wax, you'll definitely want to be taking out the old wick holders out of the jars before you place your new ones in. A quick pro tip that I can give you that I found successful is I always pour my wax in through the strainer into the jar and then place whichever wicks I'm using. If you're using these wooden kind that have a nice crackle fireplace effect, you obviously have to trim those down a little bit. I probably could have trimmed these even shorter. And then it's all ready to go. You just let it cool and harden. No need to place it in the freezer or the refrigerator. It'll just harden right on your room temperature on your counter, and then it's all ready to light and enjoy. The great thing about using these old wax mounts and making your own candles is you can play with different kinds of candles. You can see if you enjoy the more wooden wicks with the crackle, or if you don't, you can simply use the regular string wicks that most candles use. But the flexibility is really what it's all about. You can figure out the scents, profiles, and adding them. And the best thing is you're not using and throwing away wax that could be used. Here's a candle that I made with the regular string wax wicks, and they work just as well. And this one has a great tropical scent, leftover candles. And as you can see, they light just as easily as if you had just bought it from the store. The wax is nice and white and clean, and everything looks really great. Just make sure you use your strainer to get little bits and burnt pieces out, and you're all set to go. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope that you really enjoy making one of your new candles from your leftovers. You really feel a sense of pride in making something yourself and not just tossing it in the trash. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.